The Reading 3D assessment system, adopted by North Carolina, is designed to provide teachers with two different kinds of formative data: screeners that answer the question, "Who needs help?" and diagnostic assessments that answer the question, "What should I teach?" To answer these two questions, Reading 3D uses two assessment packages: Dibbles Next and the Early Literacy Diagnostic, or ELD, which includes the Text Reading Comprehension Assessment, or TRC. Dibbles assessments are most suitable for answering the question, "Who needs help?" On the other hand, the ELD TRC measures provide teachers with information about what a student knows about reading, which helps answer the question, "What should I teach?" Both assessment packages assess multiple reading components. On this drawing, the components of reading we discussed earlier in this module are green, Dibbles subtests are yellow, and the ELD TRC subtests are blue. Both assessment packages assess some aspects of emergent reader development. The ELD TRC assesses students' concepts of books and print through two assessments. These are print concepts and reading behaviors. Both are the lowest levels on the ELD TRC assessment. Dibbles assesses students' letter naming fluency, or LNF. For this assessment, students are asked to provide the names of upper and lower case letters. LNF is a good predictor because many families and preschools spend time teaching students letter names. From research, we know that early experiences with books and print give students a boost in later reading development. Asking students to name letters shows us which students likely had early reading-related experiences. Dibbles includes two tasks that examine phonological awareness. Of these assessments, the easiest task is first sound fluency. Students are asked to identify the first sound of words. A more difficult task is phoneme segmentation fluency. For this task, students are asked to orally segment words into sounds. Word identification is assessed by both Dibbles and the ELD TRC. Word recognition, or WR, is a subtest of the ELD TRC. Students read high-frequency words from graded lists. The Dibbles Nonsense Word Fluency Subtest, or NWF, assesses students' use of phonics, or their knowledge of sound-symbol relationships, to pronounce nonsense words. Students are given credit for the number of correct letter-sound segments, or CLS, the student pronounces. The number of whole nonsense words read, or WWR, the student pronounces is also recorded. Ultimately, the goal is to see how well students read nonsense words as whole words. Both Dibbles and the ELD TRC assess advanced word reading, or reading fluency. In Dibbles, the Dibbles Oral Reading Fluency, or DORF, calculates the number of words read in a minute as students read aloud, which is called fluency, and subtracts oral reading errors, which is called accuracy. Scores are compared to norm scores to determine if students are reading with enough fluency and accuracy to leave working memory for comprehension. In the ELD TRC, students read leveled passages that alternate between stories, or fiction, and informational texts, or nonfiction. Reading errors are recorded, including substitutions, omissions, insertions, self-corrections, and repetitions. To gain additional information about students' oral reading errors, errors can be classified into those that preserve meaning, syntax, or related to visual clues. Comprehension is assessed using multiple subtests of Dibbles and the ELD TRC. Dibbles subtests of reading comprehension include retelling as part of the DORF subtest and a maze procedure called the DAYS. Part of the TRC assessment includes answering comprehension questions, both orally and in writing. As part of the DORF, teachers in North Carolina are required to administer the retelling. The retelling is scored two ways. The first way is to count the number of words in the retelling. It is important to note that developers of DIBELS have not endorsed this part of the assessment. Counting the number of words in a retelling may penalize students who are good at generating clear, concise summaries, and gives more credit to students who may use too many words to express their ideas. The dwarf also includes the retell quality of response, or QOR, where the number of main ideas and details in the retelling are counted. Main ideas are not distinguished from details. They count as one. The DAYS, or DIBELS maze procedure, is used as an indicator of reading comprehension. The idea behind a maze procedure is that readers must use all available cueing systems, such as knowledge of semantics and syntax, to select correct answers. It is presumed that this provides evidence of reading comprehension skill. In summary, Reading 3D uses two assessment packages, DIBELS and the ELD-TRC, to assess multiple components of reading. Some components are assessed with only one measure, such as letter naming. Other components, such as reading comprehension, are assessed with multiple measures. Next, we will discuss how to interpret data collected as part of both assessment packages.